and welcome to Training Tuesday, where we go through weekly tips and tricks to make your career just a little bit more awesome. This week, we are talking about what happens when people accidentally end up in a career based on some of the things that they're good at, right? And so one thing that happens a lot is people have their career path kind of defined by, well, I've been doing this for a long time and it seems like I'm good at this. Other people tell me I'm good at this, and so I'm going to keep doing more of this. Now, nothing about that is inherently wrong, right? You want to do stuff that you're good at, but the problem becomes when you're kind of driven by other people's understanding of what you're good at without actually asking whether you like it or not. That's when you can kind of get in a sticky situation and end up being in this place of, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm really good at this, but nothing about it keeps me going. It feels like it's draining, slowly sucking my soul away from me. That kind of situation, which generally is not where we want to be. So if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I think I'm just kind of doing a lot of what I'm good at, yet not really what I'm drawn to, the thing we want you to do is get into a career where it's actually a path that's designed, opposed to something that's just kind of stumbled into. And so the way to do that is actually going through those steps of transforming your career, and that biggest piece of getting to know yourself and what are the things that you're actually drawn towards, right? And so this is why this is one of the pillars that I always talk about in Career Clarity Camp and in all my one-on-one work, is getting clear on you, because ultimately you can be really good at doing stuff, but that doesn't mean it's actually going to be fulfilling to you. So my little tip for you today, if you do feel like maybe this is happening a little bit, get your superpowers on paper. Those things that you know everyone says, like, oh, if I come to Chris for X, Y, and Z, like that's, I know she's always good for that. The things that the people who know you and love you really well, you can ask your family, you can ask your friends, you can ask your partner, you can ask your peers, but those things that they know is the go-to for you, put those all on a list and then actually take the time to go through and say, is this fueling to me? Is this something that I'm really good at and I really love to do? Or is it something that I've just gotten really good at, but it actually feels like it's exhausting to me, right? And that's your kind of metric, because sometimes people don't actually take the time to ask whether the things that they're really good at are the things that they like, right? I always used to say, oh, I'm super organized and I do love organizing and this, that, and the other, and yet there were certain things that I was doing that felt super draining to me. And so I've started to move away from some of those things. That's how we want you to do this. So that is your exercise for this week. Actually take the time to say the things that people consider my superpowers, is this what I want to do? And use that to help design your path a little more intentionally. Now, if you need more help getting clear on your path moving forward or getting that sort of clarity on where you want to go as a whole, that's what I do. Career Clarity Camp. The next one is starting January 2019, which is crazy that that's already so soon, but we're in the final quarter of the year already. So if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to me directly and I can give you all the info on it, okay? So try that tip on for size. Make sure you're designing your path intentionally opposed to just stumbling into it. And in the meantime, happy working.